Hello, this is Miss Harris, and I'm here to talk to you about subtracting with whole numbers and regrouping. Seems like a lot of steps, but it's not. It's very simple. When subtracting, the first thing you want to do is line your digits up with a bigger number on top. Start lining them up from the ones place. Don't start at the front because then you might have empty spaces in the wrong place. You want to start at the back at the ones and go across, just lining your digits up to subtract. When you start subtracting always start from the ones place and go across to the tens, hundreds, and so on. Next, you're going to check and see if the bigger digit is on top before subtracting each place value. So if I'm in the ones place, I want to look to see if my bigger digit is on top. If it's on the bottom, you have to go next door to the tens and take away 1. You're going to cross out the digit that was there. Write the new digit when you say -1. Write that answer at the top of it and take the 1 that you are borrowing back over to the ones place and make a 2-digit number. It's going to be using the 1 that you took away and the digit that was already there. Then you'll do the same thing when you move on across the next places. If there is a 0 next door, you have to go over to the next door until there is not a 0 and bring it all the way back across to the place that you need it. So let's look and see how that works. As the video goes on, feel free to press pause and try it yourself, then press play to check your work. I have 45 minus 21. So first I'm going to start by lining up my digits. So I have 45 minus, and I want to line up starting from the ones. So I write what's in the ones place in the second number, then I write the next digit. Right? So in the ones place, 5 minus 1, my bigger number is on top in the ones place. So I just go ahead and subtract. And then I go over to the tens place. 4 minus 2 is 2. So my answer for this one is 24. Pretty easy. I did not have to regroup on that one, so we wanted to start off with something easy. Next, I have 93 minus 27. I write down my first number, then start writing my second number from the ones place. So I write my 7, then I write my 2. Now I'm ready to start subtracting. I always start here in the ones place. So I check to see if my bigger number is on top. It's not. 7 is bigger than 3. So therefore, I need to regroup. I go next door to the tens, cross it out. I only taking away 1, so that 9 minus 1 is 8. Now, I make a new number over here in my ones place, the one that I borrowed, and keep the digit that was already there. So now I have a 2-digit number, which is 13. So 13 is bigger than 7 now. So 13 minus 7, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And 8 minus 2 is 6. And my answer is 66. Try another one. 345 minus, start writing my second number starting from the ones place. 371. Start in the ones place. My bigger number is on top, so 5 minus 3 is 2. Go over to my next place, my tens, 4 and 7. 7 is bigger than 4. It needs to be on top. So therefore, I don't erase and change it around. You have to use what's there. So to fix it, we go next door to the hundreds. We're taking away 1, so that 3 minus 1 is 2. Use the 1 that I took away, and I'm making a 2-digit number over here in the tens place. Use the 1 that I borrowed and the 4 that was already there. So now I have 14, and 14 minus 7 is 7. Then now I'm in the hundreds place. 2 minus 1 is 1. My answer, 172. Next, a little bigger number, but you follow the same steps. Write that first number down first. When I get ready to write the second, start in the ones and write each digit down, going across. Now I'm ready to subtract. Treat this empty place just like a 0. So if you need to fill in empty places with a 0, you can. Start in the ones place. I have a 1 and a 4. 4 is bigger than 1, so I need to regroup. Go next door. 1 take away 1 is 0. Use that 1 I'm regrouping with and use the 1 that was already there to make a 2-digit number. 11 minus 4, 7. Now I'm in the tens place. I have a 0 and a 5. 5 is bigger than 0. Go next door. 6 minus 1 is 5. Now take that 1 that I borrowed and use that 0 that was already there. So 10 minus 5, 5. Hundreds place. 5 hundreds minus 3 hundreds is 2 hundreds. Thousands place. 5 thousandths minus 0 thousandths leaves me with 5 thousandths. If you are confused on where to put your comma in your answer, start at the ones place, count over 3 digits. 1, 2, 3, comma. Your comma goes after every 3 digits. A little bigger, same steps. No worries. Start off by writing your first number. When you get ready to start writing your second number, start at the ones place and write each digit down that you see. I can fill in empty places with a 0. Ready to start subtracting? Starting at the ones. 7 and 8, 8 is bigger, so I need to go next door, regroup. 6 take away 1 is 5. Use that 1 I borrowed and the 7 that was already there. 17 minus 8 is 9. Tens place. I have a 5 and a 7. 7 is bigger. Go next door. This time when I go next door, I see a 0. I can't take anything from 0, so I go to the next neighbor. Take away 1. Still, you always only take away 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. Now I bring it over here because I have to go back down the line. That 0, use that 1 I borrowed and the 0 that was already there. But I'm in the tens place. I need it over here to subtract 7. So now I can take away something because I have a bigger number. So 10 minus 1 is 9. And now that 5 that was already there becomes 15. 15 minus 7 is 8. Now I go over to the hundreds place. My bigger number is on top, a 9 and a 4, so I can go ahead and subtract. It's 5. I go to the thousands place. 4 minus 0 is 4. 4 minus 0 is 4. Get ready to put my comma in my answer. Start at the ones and count 3 digits. 1, 2, 3. So I put a comma. All right, last one. Even bigger number, but we know our steps and you just go one step at a time. Start writing that second number from the ones place, 1 digit at a time, making sure they're lined up. Okay, fill in my empty places with a 0. Remember, you can press pause and try it yourself and then press play to check your work. So I start in the ones. I have a 0 and a 9. Of course, 9 is bigger, so I need to go next door. Next door, there's another 0. I cannot take away anything, so I go to the next neighbor. 0, can't take away anything, go to the next neighbor. 0, you keep going until you find something that is not 0. So the first thing I get to that is not 0 is in the 10,000s place with a 4. So I'm only taking away 1. That 4 minus 1 is 3. I cannot skip back over here. I need to go down the line just like I went. So this first 0 becomes 10, but I want to get back down here. So I go down the line. To get this 0 bigger, I take away what I just made because now I can take away something. That 10 now becomes a 9, and I place that 1 here and keep this 0. But I want it over here in the ones place. So I cross out, put my 9, bring it here next door. Have to go in order, can't skip. But it's still not where I need it, so I regroup again. This becomes 9, and now I have the 10 that I need. So 10 minus 9 is 1. Go to the tens place. 9 minus 9, 0. Go over to the hundreds. 9 minus 5, 4. Go over to the thousands. 9 minus 1 is 8. Go over to the 10,000s. 3 minus 0 is 3. And go over to the 100,000s. 3 minus 0 is 3. Start at the ones, count 3 digits. 1, 2, 3, comma. And I know I have 1, 2, 3 here, but if there's not another digit in front, I don't need a comma. I hope this was helpful for you. Practice and use those steps on any problem that you have. Thanks for watching.